Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Tuesday Quick Pours. I'm Ethan, and this is Lee. We'll get started about what we have going on this week. So I forgot how I normally start these. That was close. But tonight, for every Tuesday, is whiskey night. So all of our whiskeys are 10% off, apart from the feature pour, which I will talk about shortly, which is $2 off per pour. Wednesday this week, we have Quizzo with Dan. So that will be up in the front or all over the tap room. You can sit wherever you want. Dan's voice carries. Show normally starts around 7-ish, so get here about 6:30, grab your spot at the bar, grab a table, get your teams together, do what you got to do. But that will be happening this week. Thursday is Teachers Night for us. We don't have anything overly special going on, apart from the fact that we want to honor all of you in the education field for doing everything you do. So come on in and get 10% off on us. Friday for music, we have Jason Ager and the Golden Eagles from 7 to 10 up in the front of the tap room. Everyone loves them. They're a good group. Some of the bar staff, it's Jason Ager and the Sunshine Boys.
Who says that?
I think Izzy and Seth. Mainly Seth.
Okay.
Seth really likes the bassist. Saturday for music, we have the Sheehan Brothers, also in the front of the tap room, also a favorite of people in the tap room. So come on out this weekend for them. Now, we will have Smokin' Meats with us on Friday, but we will not have them on Saturday. He has a prior engagement, so he will not be in that day. So plan accordingly for food. Grab stuff from Central, grab stuff from It's Masala Time or Sonny's or any other places in town, and come on in and have drinks with us while you listen to music. It's going to be a fun weekend. But that's what we've got going on this week. Upcoming events for the brewery on April 25th, so that's a Friday. We have our High West whiskey tasting. So that is going to be 6 to 9. We normally set up in the back room of the tap room. Now, that is a $45 for the tasting, unless you are a member of Bourbon Society. In that case, you taste for free. It is part of the thing you sign up for. So come on out and enjoy that. We'll make sure we post about it some more on Facebook and Instagram so you know. And don't forget, like some people do, Alyssa. But come on in for that. So that should be a good time. Music hall this week. On Wednesday, we've Teddy and the Rough Riders, kind of a country rock band. Yeah, that's what it is. They're from Nashville. It makes sense. They have the cowboy hats in the picture and everything.
Okay.
So I'm imagining country rock. I think that's what it's at. 8 o'clock and $20 tickets for that. On a Friday, it's Yarn with special guest Scott Tornett at 8 p.m. That's $28 tickets. I couldn't really figure out what kind of music these people play. I'm going to imagine it's like folk, alternative, something along those lines.
Name like Yarn.
Yarn, Americana, folk, something like that. And then on Saturday, there is a sold-out show, but you can put yourself on a waiting list. It's $83 tickets for the Richard Thompson Solo Ship to Share Tour 2025. So
sold out
show. So you can get on the waiting list. $83 tickets for that one. That seems crazy. Jeff Daniels was $50. Also sold out. Heard it was a great show. Got to see him do some sound check. Sounded great. Kind of funny. So plus for that. Weather this week, it's cold and gross pretty much all week. So today it's a high of 55. Tomorrow we've got
it's currently like 40 something.
Yeah, I don't think that counts. Also, that can't be for us. Did you pull from somewhere else?
No.
Are you sure? Did I look at something else? We both use weather underwear, right?
Yeah.
Hold, please. Yeah, because I have very different temperatures for what you have on there.
Oh, you know what? Look at the dates.
That was last week.
Last week.
That's why. So just listen to what I say. Don't look at that. So it said 47 for a high today and super windy.
I must have deleted the wrong.
That's fine. 52 tomorrow. Nice and sunny for that. A lot less wind. Today's like 24 miles an hour. Tomorrow it's going to be like 9.
There it is.
That's what you want.
So, well.
It's all right. Thursday this week, 52 degrees, cloudy, rain starting that night. It's going to rain pretty much through most of the weekend. Friday, we're looking at 51 degrees, More rain Saturday, 48 degrees, more rain. We're going to get upwards of 1.5 to 2 inches of rain this weekend, so be prepared for that. It's going to be wet and gross outside. But that is,
there it is.
Hey, look at that. So Friday's going to be the worst day for rain. Inch to 1.25 inches or more. Who's to say? Weather people don't know. That's going to change 4 times before the end of the day today. We'll see what Justin Burke says later.
Yep.
And we'll go with that. But that's it for the weather and what's coming up. State laws. We decided to go with Ohio this time. I feel like a boring state like Ohio may not have weird laws. You'd be wrong. So apparently it is illegal to fish for whales on Sundays
In Ohio?
in Ohio.
Are there a lot of whales in Ohio?
No. So unless you're like at the aquarium and you're trying, also, what sort of rod do you have to do to pull in a fucking whale?
That would be why it'd be. I mean, they're not Ohio.
They're nowhere near an ocean.
Right.
Nowhere near. Unless
don't
they
have a lot
think
of
whales are moose or something.
Freshwater
like
whales.
No. And there is no such thing as a saltwater whale. Or there is saltwater. So there's no such thing as
There's
freshwater
freshwater whale. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Because there's not any like Great Lake whale.
Maybe they don't know what a catfish is. And they think a catfish is a whale. Either way, don't do it on Sundays. In Akron, it is illegal to dye your chickens and rabbits for the purpose of selling them. So when Easter shows up, you can't sit there and dye all of your new little baby bunnies, pinks and greens and blues, and try to sell them as Easter rabbits, because that's A, mean, and B, stupid. So, but that is for that. And finally, if you lose your exotic or dangerous pet, you must report it to the police within 1 hour. You're allowed to have and own and take care of like tigers and shit like that, apparently. But if they escape, you got to at least call the police within an hour, and then you don't have to do anything, apparently. Maybe you just sit there and wait for them to deal with it. But that is that's the laws and everything like that. So let's get into drinks. So the beer that Lee is currently enjoying, that is our Puck Futin, initially brewed in collaboration with the Liev Beer Hall in Ukraine. We did that a while ago, earned money for the World Relief Kitchen, Chefs for Ukraine or something like that, earned like $2,000+ for it. Really cool event that we did. It is a golden strong ale, like 7.72%, drinks like a 4%, which is super dangerous, but it's real tasty.
Yep.
So come on out and try that. We've had it on before. I know a lot of people like it. Jim Vazino. So Jim, come in, drink 3 or 4 of them, and buy your wife show tickets. So that's what sometimes happens. And then for today's bourbon whiskey, we have the Rabbit Hole Dareringer. So this is a 93 proof, nice red amber color. Could not find an age statement listed online, but the mash bill is 68% corn, 18% wheat, and 14% malted barley. The nose on it, you get a nice like marmalade, cherry, and raspberry. So very fruit forward finish on this because it is finished in sherry casks. I think the PX sherry cask.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So then the palate is cherry, light oak, some sweetness, and that cherry in there as well. Carmen, you're probably going to hate it. It's my favorite bourbon, but I know she doesn't like stuff that's aged in cherry casks. And then the finish is light spice, oak, some more of those fruit flavors, and like raisin and stuff like that in it as well. Really, really tasty. So this is a double barrel bourbon that they do. One of my absolute favorites. When we did the tour a couple years ago down in that area, Kentucky. My brain's fried today, man. It's been a day. There's been things breaking and other weird stuff. Everything's fixed. But it's just been a day. But yeah, when we did that, the tour was fantastic. The facility was beautiful, and the bourbon's delicious. Mm-hmm. So it was a really cool time. So if you're going down there into the like Nulu district and stuff like that, check them out. Go on their tour. Hopefully they're not underwater like Buffalo. Yeah, the cocktails were good. When we went down there, we expected to have a lot of good bourbon. The cocktails, amazing, all over the place.
Yep,
out of this world, and the food was great. That one Cuban place was so good. But that's what we got going on today. Stay dry this weekend. Pray for everybody down near the Buffalo Trace area because their distillery at least was underwater for a while. So hopefully that's not. I don't know about their warehouses. So if Buffalo Trace is harder to find, that would be why. So just brace for that. But thank you all. We'll see you guys in about 3-ish minutes when we decide to open. Salud.
Sláinte.